From the dawn of warfare, deception has been as crucial as the sword and the shield. It is the silent art of manipulating perception, shaping reality on the battlefield, and often, deciding the fate of empires. But were these moments of strategic brilliance mere strokes of luck, or were they the calculated results of meticulous planning and a deep understanding of human psychology? Join us as we journey through history, unraveling the greatest deceptions that have reshaped the course of wars. Our story begins with a legend: the Trojan Horse. The Greeks, after a decade-long siege of Troy, seemingly abandoned their quest, leaving behind a colossal wooden horse as a supposed offering to Poseidon. Inside, concealed within its hollow belly, lay a contingent of elite Greek warriors. The Trojans, believing they had won, brought the horse within their city walls. That night, the warriors emerged, opened the gates, and allowed the Greek army to sack Troy, ending the Trojan War. The tale, immortalized by Homer in the Odyssey, speaks of cunning and deception. Yet, some historians suggest a more prosaic explanation. The horse might have been a siege engine disguised as a religious symbol, or perhaps even a trade agreement gone awry, misinterpreted and embellished over centuries. The Iliad, Odyssey, Virgil's Aeneid, and the writings of Pausanias all offer different interpretations. The key locations are Troy, Mount Ida, Tenedos, and the Scamander River. Culturally, the story represents the triumph of guile over brute force. Centuries later, on the plains of Marathon in 490 BC, the fate of Athens hung precariously in the balance. The Persian army, vastly superior in numbers, prepared to crush the fledgling democracy. But the Athenian general, Miltiades, understood that direct confrontation meant certain defeat. He deliberately weakened his center formation, luring the Persians into a false sense of security. As the Persians advanced, the strengthened Athenian wings enveloped them, turning the perceived victory into a devastating rout. Misinformation played a crucial role. Persian scouts underestimated the Athenian resolve, and rumors of internal Athenian dissent further emboldened their attack. This strategic deception, combined with the Athenians' superior hoplite armor and fighting spirit, secured a pivotal victory that saved Athens and arguably, Western civilization. Moving eastward, we encounter the Mongol hordes of Genghis Khan. His military successes were not solely due to brute force; deception was woven into the fabric of his war machine. Khan employed scouts disguised as merchants to gather intelligence, spreading false rumors of his strength and ferocity to demoralize his enemies before a single arrow was fired. One particularly cunning tactic involved tying branches to the tails of horses, creating massive dust clouds that gave the impression of a much larger army. He also skillfully used feigned retreats to lure enemies into ambushes, a tactic that proved devastatingly effective against more traditional armies. These unexpected deception tactics, coupled with his innovative military organization and ruthless efficiency, allowed Genghis Khan to forge the largest contiguous land empire in history. Fast forward to the 20th century and the era of total war. World War II witnessed deceptions on an unprecedented scale. Operation Mincemeat, a British intelligence operation, exemplifies this. A corpse, dressed as a British officer and carrying false documents detailing Allied plans to invade Greece and Sardinia, was deliberately released off the coast of Spain. The German intelligence services swallowed the bait, diverting forces away from the real target, Sicily. This audacious deception, meticulously planned and flawlessly executed, contributed significantly to the success of the Allied invasion. But the Allied deception didn't stop there. Operation Bodyguard, a broader strategic deception plan, aimed to mislead the Germans about the timing and location of the D-Day landings. A phantom army, complete with inflatable tanks and fake radio transmissions, was created in southeast England to convince the Germans that the main invasion force would land near Calais, not Normandy. Declassified details reveal the intricate network of double agents, codebreakers, and propaganda specialists who worked tirelessly to create this elaborate illusion. The success of Operation Bodyguard significantly reduced German resistance on D-Day, saving countless lives and accelerating the Allied victory. The use of psychological warfare extends far beyond the modern era. In ancient battles, commanders would often employ tactics designed to instill fear and demoralization in their opponents. Before engaging in battle, they might spread rumors of their invincibility, display captured enemy standards in a humiliating manner, or even use terrifying war cries to break the enemy's spirit. These psychological tactics, often underestimated, could be as effective as any physical weapon. Even in the Cold War, a period defined by the absence of direct military conflict between superpowers, deception played a crucial role. Both the United States and the Soviet Union engaged in elaborate espionage and counterespionage operations, designed to gather intelligence and undermine each other's strategic advantage. Little-known instances of successful military bluffs include the deployment of dummy missile silos and the deliberate leaking of false information about weapons development programs. These deceptions, while never escalating into open warfare, contributed to the climate of fear and uncertainty that characterized the Cold War. So, were these deceptions the result of chance or calculated planning? The answer, it seems, lies somewhere in between. While luck certainly played a role in some instances, the vast majority of these strategic triumphs were the result of meticulous planning, a deep understanding of human psychology, and a willingness to take calculated risks. Deception in warfare is not merely about tricking the enemy, it is about shaping their perception of reality, manipulating their decision-making process, and ultimately, gaining a decisive advantage on the battlefield. From the ancient world to the modern era, the art of deception has remained a constant in the ever-evolving landscape of warfare, a testament to the enduring power of the human mind. The question remains, as technology advances and warfare evolves, what new forms of deception will shape the conflicts of tomorrow?